What is going on? It's your boy Corey Glass of Wake Ministries, where advocating wisdom, knowledge everywhere, is known probably at all times. Only got 10 minutes, you know what it is. Gotta keep it short and sweet. Y'all know how this goes. Chapter 4, Genesis, Cain and Abel. The man had intercourse with his wife Eve, and she conceived and gave birth to Cain, saying, I have produced a male child with the help of the Lord. Next, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Abel became a herder of the flocks, and Cain a tiller of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought an offering to the Lord from the fruit of the ground, while Abel, for his part, brought the fatty portion of the firstlings of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry and dejected. Then the Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry? Why are you dejected? If you act rightly, you will be accepted. But if not, sin lies at wait at the door. Its urge is for you, yet you can rule over it. Cain said to his brother Abel, Let us go out in the field. When they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord asked Cain, Where's your brother Abel? He answered, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? God then said, What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are banned from the ground and open its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. If you till the ground, it shall no longer give you its produce. You shall become a constant wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is too great to bear. Look, you have now banished me from the ground. I must avoid you and be a constant wanderer on the earth. Anyone may kill me at sight. Not so, the Lord said to him. If anyone kills Cain, Cain shall be avenged 7 times. So the Lord put a mark on Cain so that no one would kill him at sight. Cain then left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. With that being said, let's do a little analysis of this. All right, so first of all, you got 2 brothers. One does one thing, one does another. They both have different professions. They both gave offerings to the Lord. It describes Cain's offering as, it says Cain brought an offering to the Lord. It doesn't place any significance on it or anything like that. With Abel, it says he brought the fatty portion of the firstlings of his flock. So it's basically like a tithe almost. You know, the first fruits, the firstling of his flock. All right, cool. The Lord looked at Abel's offering with favor instead of Cain's, and Cain became envious of this. And the Lord points out that if you act rightly, you will be accepted. But if not, sin lies at the door and its urge is for you, yet you can rule over it. So here, this man was overcome with envy and jealousy. But God told him to maintain that, to keep that under control, to keep that in order, keep that in check. Or else it would lead to sin, which would lead to other things. If you act rightly, you will be accepted. But if not, sin lies at the way to the door. Its urge is for you, yet you can rule over it. So out of envy, out of jealousy, Cain murders his brother. With that being said, fast forward. When God confronts Cain about this, he asks, Am I my brother's keeper? In effect of this, but consequently, God bans him from the ground. It'll no longer give him a produce. He'll become a constant wanderer on earth due to his actions. But in the event of this, it just shows how good God is in the Bible. In the event of him committing that sin, God still graced him with protection everywhere he went. And he gave him a mark of protection where if anyone was to hurt Cain in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they would be avenged 7 times. And I think that just goes to show that the grace, like the extent of the grace that God shows toward his people. I think that's amazing to me. What he did was not justified by any means, but it's just a simple fact that even after he sinned, the Lord still placed grace on him and a mark of protection, if that makes sense. Now, to go further into this story, it says Cain had intercourse with his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. Cain also came to the founder of the city, which he named after his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Arad. Arad became the father of Mehujael, and Mehujael became the father of Methuselah, and Methuselah became the father of Lamech. Lamech took 2 wives. The name of the first was Adah, and the name of the second Zillah. Adah gave birth to Jabal, who became the ancestor of those who dwell in tents and keep livestock. His brother's name was Jubal, who became the ancestor of all who play the lyre and the reed pipe. Zillah, on her part, gave birth to Tubal Cain, the ancestor of all who forge instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to my utterance. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for bruising me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times. And the emphasis that was placed right here was how Cain, the issue with Cain and Abel, that was the first incidence of murder in the Bible. All right. So here you have Cain, who took the blood of an innocent man, Abel. In the event of Lamech, he is stating to his wives that he committed murder because someone wounded him, someone struck him, someone attempted to harm his life, which in a sense was not a state of innocence because the man hurt him first is what he implied by this statement. So with that being said, if the Lord placed 7 times the vengeance protection on Cain for killing an innocent man, then it's just more emphasis on the grace of the Lord to more protect the man who defended himself, who killed a man because that man was trying to harm him. Now, mind you, it's not justifiable by any means. The acts of Cain or Lamech are not justifiable by any means. But it's just emphasis on the grace of God. That's pretty much it, man. Chapter 4. It's your boy Corey Glass, Awake Ministries, advocating wisdom and knowledge everywhere, number one priority at all times. You got it done in 10 minutes and less. That's always the goal, man. So y'all stay tuned. More to come. God bless.